Hi everybody, Olivia here. Today we're going to be drawing birds. Why are we drawing birds? Because I found this really cool book. I was out and about with my mom this weekend and I wanted something to do while I was on the bus, just traveling, maybe while I was resting a bit, while she was maybe in a store or something, So I found this bird, found this book on my library app about birds. It says draw 50 birds. Now, there are a lot of draw 50s in this draw 50 series of books, but draw 50 birds was available and it was the most interesting to me because I love animals. I think there are also draw 50 cats, draw 50 dogs. You get the point, right? So, draw 50 princesses. Oh my gosh. List goes on and on, but this one was available, the rest of them weren't, and so I clicked on this and I was not disappointed. I loved trying to draw and sketch with this book because it went from simple to, what am I talking? Let me just show you. Went from simple to complex. So basically, it's Draw 50 Birds and it's step by step. It's by Lee J. Ames and Tony Dadamo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Really sorry, Tony. Dadamo. Oh gosh. I'm sorry for butchering your name. But if you just look inside, let's just look inside. Let's take a peek. So it's Draw 50 Birds. And when you scroll down, so the first one is a cardinal. And I managed to finish this one, but I didn't get to finish the heron. But you start off with a cardinal and basically you just draw simple and then you add details as you go down, and that was really nice. I didn't finish the heron, so I thought that I'd come back here while I'm at my desk and just finish up these drawings. We have 50 of them to go through, so I said this would make a perfect series. Let's do 50 birds and get to know more birds, or 50 of them, because there are a lot of birds in this world. Um, so just by taking a peek, we go through a lot of birds here. There are a lot of them. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then after they're finished, they suggest other books that we can go through. Ooh, there's the cardinal again. This time in color. Nice. And same sort of thing if you like look right through into the book. I know it's small, but it's the same sort of thing this book's probably going to go through. I can't even maximize it, but from simple all the way to complex. Nice. So maybe we'll check out this one next after we do this one. So really cool. And so let's get started with the first bird. It's the cardinal. So let's go. Okay, so let's get drawing. But before I start, I have one more really cool new thing that I learned that I want to share too. So last year, I did a compilation of all of the drawings that I did, no matter how bad they were. I did. And my intention was to print it because everybody says you should print your sketchbooks and stuff. Well, not really print it, but have a physical sketchbook so that you can go through and look through. But I'm doing digital painting, so at the end of it, at the end of the year, I said, you know what, to have a physical sketchbook, I would print the book, the actual compilation of the things that I did for the year. So I managed to put together such a PDF file to go and try and print it, but I didn't really like how it turned out. So I mean, all I did was I imported all of the images into an EPUB compiler and had the EPUB print to PDF, and I was just gonna print it. Um, but I didn't like how it turned out. So these are the little thumbs it did, and then it just slapped all the drawings that I did into that paper size. And some of them are okay. The border is a bit big, but like look at this picture right here. I mean, it's so tiny, and it just put it on one page, and I couldn't figure out how to play with it to get it right. So I just said, you know what? 2021, I won't be printing you. Really sorry. So maybe I'll figure out something for 2022. So I didn't figure out anything until now. It's September, and I finally just realized this. I was watching some video and they were like comics, and I was like, oh wait, I could use this for my sketchbook. Yeah. Anyway, so how I did this was I did new, and instead of going to illustration that I always do, I went to comics here. And so you name the comic, force a file name, and then it asks you where you want to save it to. So you pick a directory that you want to save it to. And then for me personally, I wanted it to come out like paper size, just like regular paper size. And so I would then, through Amazon, print it into a book and buy it. And buy it for myself. How ridiculous does that sound, huh? So yeah, normal paper size. So I selected A4 for that. So let's go, yeah. And then you press OK, and what happens is it saves. Let me show you what it saves in the drive for you. It saves something that looks like this. So it makes a page manager right here, and you can click on this and you get this whole thing here. You can also click on the individual pages and work on an individual page, but I just clicked on the whole page manager and I got this. So these are the pages, individual pages over here. So I'm just going to squish that. And then this is what we're going to work on for page 1. There it says comic 1 of 8. And you can always add to the pages that zoom in. But I think add page. There it is, add page. Right click anywhere and press add page, and it will add the page. So, yep. So let's go. I'm excited. Okay, so I know it's been taking a while to get right into it, but let's erase our warm-up part just to get something on the paper. And let's, oh, also, I will be speeding up this next part because it's going to take me a while to draw and sketch. I'm going to take my time with it so that I can learn as I go and not just hurry up and sketch the thing. So I'm going to be taking it slow. And so if you really want to draw with me, slow speed, nice and slow, come over to twitch.tv/YoliBear, where you'll see this in real time and you can chat and everything and we'll have a good time. If you want to see it in digital representational terms, here's my channel. It's Twitch TV YoliBear. You'll see my beautiful smiling face. And to show you what I do sometimes is I will draw and I will also have Sims playing in the background for some added entertainment while I sketch through my drawings. So, and we can chat as well. So it's a good time. So let's get rid of our little plug. Shameless plug. Okay, so here we are, and we're just getting started. And so here's the cardinal. I'm just drawing in the basic shape, which is the head, and the body, which is just a circle and sort of a triangle shape. And just trying to get the proportions right. Squished it down a bit to make space for the tail. And I think it needed a longer body, so I'm just adjusting the I'm going to call it sort of a triangular shape to make it feel how the proportion's supposed to look. I'm putting in the top of the head there and maybe the beak outline, and I'm gonna just stop there and save that picture for later. to say I'm saving my progress so that you can see where we've been to, and as we go along. So I think I got a little carried away there and I did a little too much detail. So the first drawing that we had the cardinal, but it was just the head and the body outline, a little triangular shape. So I'm just backtracking a little bit. So circle and body, that's it. And then the next picture was a little bit more detail added. So the crown, the beak, the eyes, and the outline of the tail and the wing. All right, so let's work on this a little bit more then. So adding the branch that the bird is going to be sitting on, and fixing the tail a little bit so that it, and like during this journey, I feel like drawing is just a whole lot of fixing. I made a mistake there and shrunk the actual drawing that I was working on, and not just making a copy of it. But anyway, here we are. So this is where we are now. I just drifted it down a little bit so we'll make space for the rest of the ones that we're saving up there. All right, so I just did the crown a little bit there, and I'm working on the beak, just trying to get the beak right, and adjusting the breast a little bit. I wasn't really happy with the head, so I made it a little bit bigger, and now I feel comfortable with it now. So, like I said, I am doing this, I speeded this up, so it's at super speed right now. But this whole YouTube video is about 21 minutes long, or about 22 minutes long. This actually took me 45 minutes real time to do, and I was doing it real time on Twitch live. So if you ever want to catch the live stream of me just trying to draw, like you see, I will draw it and then I'll erase and then I'll redraw it, just trying to adjust things as I go, and that's how I do it so far. And I'm doing it live on Twitch, so if you ever want to just chill out with the slow version, and you can catch me on Twitch. It's Yollybear, YOLYBAR, and I'll put the link down in the description so that you can just click on it. So here I'm adjusting the wing, making the branch kind of just go through the bird a little bit, not through the bird, but so that you see the branch first and then the bird in the background of the branch, sort of thing. And then now I'm working on the feet of the bird, putting it in on a place of the branch, and I'm going to stop there, and that is the picture. So that's where we are, status picture, snapshot, so to speak. So we're going to work on this one a little bit more. So putting in some of the branches, working on the branches, working on the wings now. So feathers are tough for me, and I'm not usually drawing birds a lot. So here I'm working on the eye, putting the eye in. So birds are a challenge for me because I'm not used to drawing feathers all that much. So I'm gonna learn from this a lot. Just drawing in the outline, maybe the shadows of the wing there, putting in some details of the tail. And this, now we're working on the feet, and I'm telling you, I took a long time working on these bird feet, I tell you, because I wanted it just right, because this bird had some attitude in its feet, and I just wanted to bring that out. It was like a sexy little perch he was doing, so I just wanted to spend some time there on the feet to make sure I got his attitude of the feet just right. So I spent a little time, and you'll see me erasing and drawing and erasing and drawing, just so that I get the branch and the feet just right. I even adjusted the branch a little bit to make the feet make sense. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. So initially the feet didn't look right to me. Like that back leg just wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. So I did a lot of things. I moved the branch, I raised the leg a couple of times, and just to try and work out that back leg, you know. Uh, what I'm gonna have to do is maybe do a little study of bird legs to see how they actually act. So this is the first time that I'm sort of drawing a bird in my memory, I guess. So the feet took me a long time to do, so that's why I'm kind of tripping over it here. So, but it was fun to try and get it right. And here I think I'm finally getting it. So it's okay for me to spend some time on the things that are not working well and just trying to make them work. So I think I labeled the feet enough. It's time to put it up. So that picture is gonna be me trying to do feet, it's bird feet. So this one now we're just kind of. I think this might be the last one, if not the second to last one of the snapshots that I'm gonna do. So this one I'm working on the feathers a little bit more. I shaded in the iconic black part of this bird, his face, and I think I'm gonna adjust his face a little bit here too. But here I'm working on the branches. I wanted to get the branch just right, and I had a little trouble visualizing where the branch attached to the tree. But I think at the end of it, I got it. So it attaches to the tree right there where I'm working on right now. And I didn't get it at first in the picture of the book, but I started to work it out as soon as, I started to figure it out as I went along. So I was kind of struggling with the branch a little bit there at the end, but I worked it out and it looks pretty cool now. All right, so now that I've gotten the branch squared off away how I want it, I'm working on the face now to just get that black part of this bird right. And so I am adjusting the black area of the bird just until it looks like I got the right, what do you call it, areas of this face correct. So how I have it now, before it was a little straight, and I added a little bit of a curve to it, which I think works better for me visually. I prefer that. So that's the last picture, and I'm just trying to figure out where it fits. So give me some time to adjust this bird so that it fits in my page. All right, there we go. I couldn't get that. The branch was too big, so I couldn't get it to fit right beside the other one. So put him down a little bit, and that works for me. So I think now I'm gonna move on to the crown of this bird, just to get it right. And so I'm adjusting the shape of it a little bit. And now I'm working on the feathers. Now this part took me a while as well, so I'm gonna try and sketch into it because I've never really focused on drawing feathers before. So this one was a learning experience and just trying to work with it to get it just right. I think I had to erase a little bit here just to get those bottom feathers to work right. So I'm just yeah, just erasing and just trying to make them look good, with the overlaps and so on. So I think at the end of it, it's starting to look like feathers. Starting to get it. So I worked a little bit on that part too, and then trying to shade it a bit as well, and then getting the shading a little bit done, and working on the back part of the wing. so yeah, so sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to get something the way how I want it. Oh, here is where I tried to maybe shade, but use a blur. And my blur wasn't working. And the reason why my blur wasn't working is because I had this comic strip on monochrome, which is just a black and white. And so I had to switch it to color to get it to blur. So I was just trying to work that out. So now it's in color. And I think I tested it a bit too, like, so now it's in color and it's fine. So I can blur and maybe get the shading. So I wanted to soften up the face a little bit, and so I kind of just blurred the area and then shaded, sketched over it a little bit. So now, okay, now we're working on the tail to make the tail feathers look look like tail feathers. And here again, I struggled a little bit with it too. So I'm working the lines and then reworking the lines so that I can get it to where I am comfortable with it looking like a tail. I'm not saying that this is perfect by any means. I'm just, this is where I am in this journey. So I'm working on it, and at the end of it, so I'm adjusting the headpiece too to make his head look a little bit better in terms of shape and shading and stuff, and putting a little shading on his chest and his underbelly there. So I think this is it. We're finished. So I was just recapping where we were. So just recapping the different drawings and the different details in it, going through the different sections of how we got to where we got, how we finished. So just doing a little review with the shading and so on. And then this is our final bird. So that was fun. I really enjoyed this. You know what? Great. We're done. Let's do the next one. It's the heron.